Hi, my name's Tommy and I have trouble making decisions.
Hi Tommy.
Hi Tommy.
Hi.
Hey Tommy.
Hi Tommy.
Hello.
In all seriousness, I don't know what this video is gonna be. Weird headspace where I can't make a decision to save my life. What I can do, however, is throw a dart at a dartboard and let it make the decision for me. So I have a couple ideas for the next few upcoming videos. I just really need help committing to one of them right now. I will eventually get to the other ones sooner or later. Maybe in a week, maybe in 5 years. Who knows? So I've put up my top 3 on the dartboard over here. I've purposely kept them vague, so it's still a surprise once they come up. Candle, self-explanatory. Studio, doing some renovation tidbits around here. And miniature. Well, I'm gonna make a miniature of something. If I wanted to make this fair, I'd probably have to put on a blindfold. But I would hate to see my art studio completely demolished once I take that off. So, not gonna do that. I'm just gonna aim for bullseye, and trust me, my aim is bad enough that it will be fate deciding this. Alright, that didn't hit anything. Let's try that again. There we go, you already know my name. Welcome to that system error. Alright, the lucky winner. Candle. Okay, this is possibly one of the stupidest ideas I've had so far, and that's precisely why I want to do this. For some reason, I've been thinking about old school cartoons a lot recently, and I've realized that I just really miss cartoon logic in my life. Not to venture into essay territory or start a ginormous discussion, but I really miss the days when animation was just mostly silly and its own thing and not inherently trying to imitate real life. Because you know what real life is? Boring and depressing. Really feeling that the animators had a lot of fun with it. Someone being completely flat to the ground after being hit by a piano falling from the 5th floor, and then someone coming along, picking them up and either shaking or blowing them up back into shape, and then them just walking it off like they're completely fine and haven't just been hit by a piano. Pretty sure we could all just hear this scene playing out. How does a candle come into play here? As an homage, I guess. A really big theme, for whatever reason, was, you know, the old school cartoon-ass looking dynamite. Bright red sticks of it, all in a bundle together, and then someone lights it
and tosses it around their hand and doesn't let go of it soon enough before it explodes into their face. And then their whole head is gone, but then it regrows and they just walk it off like nothing happened.
Realizing an ongoing theme is people getting badly hurt, but without any repercussions or permanent damage. And I don't know psychologically what that says about me. I want to make that iconic dynamite thing as a candle. This is gonna be so stupid and just useless fun. I think I just need a little more of that in my life, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So first order of this surprise project is to get some materials.
Island, while the Neptunes trail behind of TV.
I think you guys are a bunch of...
Oh, you're a victim. As much as...
Right. Usually when you're making a candle in a custom shape, you'd make a mold and then pour it. I'm hoping to skip that step. Why? Well, honestly now looking at the materials, I'm not exactly sure why I chose to do it that way. It might not have been the smarter solution that I thought it to be initially, but now that I've decided to go with this idea, I'm gonna stick to that idea no matter how stupid it is. In case you ever wondered how this channel came to be, got a bunch of these. Bright red. Already split all but that one in half. That's just extra, I don't know if I'm gonna need it. And I've got this big red candle. The plan is to just attach these half ones all around it. How? Well, the plan has only been fully developed up to this point, and now we're getting into let's fuck around and find out territory. Gonna need to heat those up, obviously, and then, I mean, it's wax, so when it's melted, I should be able to just glue that on there, basically. How am I gonna do that without burning my fingers or anything else? I'm gonna give this mini glue gun without a glue stick in it a try. Should still heat up, and then maybe I can just heat form it. It's kind of working, could be working better. Decided to pull out the big guns, also known as a hairdryer. Maybe I can mold it just a little bit so it sticks better. I don't know. Definitely helps with the shape, but now I gotta watch out for fingerprints, so... Okay, that was perhaps, or actually most definitely, more chaotic than it had to be. But honestly, shape-wise, I think we're doing pretty good. It also came together pretty well and aligned. I didn't actually end up needing the final candle, so not sure what I'm gonna do with that one now. This gap is a bit bigger than all the other ones, so guess which side is definitely gonna be the back. Now all that I have left to do is to make a band that's gonna hold all the individual dynamite sticks together. I'm basically imagining just like an off-white cardboard kind of color, and I'm gonna design some stuff and a logo that's gonna go on it. I made a little sketch with all my ideas thus far. I'm gonna draw some dynamite in like a cartoonish style, add some words, fun sayings, play around with fonts. I'm really excited to play around with fonts, actually. Do you remember the show The Middle? Yeah, tag yourself amongst the 3 siblings. I'm definitely Brick. That's pretty much the color I was imagining. That works. Maybe I can somehow get my printer to print on this, and then just gonna add that around the middle. Okay, so I've made a couple more sketches for a sort of cartoonish dynamite logo. Came up with this. Might mirror it depending on how the rest of the design process goes. I'm just gonna tape a bit of that to a normal piece of paper. That usually works if you're trying to get your printer to print onto more unusual materials. Speaking of which, I have had like a little extra idea for the final unused candle, which is gonna require me to print onto a napkin. I have actually done that before by taping a piece of it to a normal piece of paper. I had a little candle customization phase a couple years ago, and from what I remember, that actually worked surprisingly well. Once you got whatever you want printed, take the top printed on layer of the napkin, put it onto the candle, go over it with the blow dryer a couple times, and then it just melts into it and sticks to the candle. That is what I'm planning on doing here. Who? Me? A fall enthusiast? Why would you ever make such a baseless claim? For real though, I got to wear jacket and boots for the first time the other day, and I can already feel myself coming back to life. Back to the current project. Leave it to me though to work with wax of all things during some of the hottest days of the year. I mean, maybe it actually helped, who knows. This wasn't the most time-consuming or skill-requiring project I've ever done, which is why I even had time to get a little goofy with it. In case you're ever wondering what's going through my head when I'm just staring off into the distance, it's this noise. Reminded me of Goofy trying different sports cartoons. The most deeply ingrained into my head, I believe. Highly recommend giving those a try. I would have rewatched those during this. Not a lot of dialogue. Very much a visual medium. That doesn't really make sense when you're busy with your hands. This only took 4 episodes of Gravity Falls, 1 D'Angelo Wallace video, and a fraction of BH Ultra's 5 and something hours H2O video to get done. Another thing, somehow I feel like a disclaimer is in order. Obviously never leave fire, candles, flames, whatever, unattended. Yes, a paper label around a pillow candle is definitely a fire hazard, which is why I'll definitely be taking that off. Maybe I'm gonna put it on a glass and then put a candle in there. Trust me, around here, barely anything ever goes to waste. I also really like what I did with the extra candle, although this required even less effort. Looking at this now, I probably could have just done that to satisfy my need for a candle like this, but I'm nothing if not at all times ready to creatively escalate things. I think my favorite part was actually the label printing this well on this paper. I don't really know why it shouldn't have. I just never thought to try that before. Keep in the back of my mind for future projects. So silly, goofy, fun, check. I'm ready to just stick this into a big mountain, wait for it to explode, and shape a perfectly enterable and lucrative gold mine. Don't tell me that's not how it works. That's how it works in my cartoon childhood brain. Now that I've got this stupid idea out of my system, there's room for new things. Rock on or whatever. Bye. Ow, 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 ow.